Salmon Arm, British Columbia, with the Page playoffs in the men's stick league. We've got two sheets on the ice this morning. With me is John Howard. How's it going this morning, John? It is, and it's a little cool this morning. It's minus 8.5 this morning, so good curling weather.
It is.
So the guys, we're on sheet B. The guys are just throwing their draw to the button. We'll be bringing to you the game between Chris Piper and Tim Smith of Armstrong against Mike DeSante and Don Davis of Abbotsford. So the Armstrong, the Abbotsford rink are just playing their draw to the button. Looks pretty nice. It is right on the button. Now he'll be hoping to have that draw wait as the game goes along, John.
He will.
For you, those of you who aren't too familiar with stick curling, it's a little different than the four-person. There's only two players on each team. One player from each team plays from the home end. Other player from each team plays from the away end. And they each throw 6 rocks, alternating. So there's only 6 rocks used per team, per end. We play 6 ends only versus 8 or 10 ends in the four-person play. And the sweeping is quite a bit different too. You can only sweep from the hog line into the house. So there's no sweeping for the length of the ice. Makes a big difference on your draw weight and how much the rocks might curl. And also, takeouts cannot be played until there's been 3 rocks played in the end. Then on the 4th rock, you can play a takeout if you wish. However, you can bump the rocks around in the house or in the inside the hog line, but you can't take them out of play. So at this end of the rink, we will have Tim Smith from Armstrong throwing, and Don Davis from Abbotsford throwing. So we're just getting ready to throw the first rocks.
Armstrong is throwing first, Carl.
Yep. Yeah, because the Abbotsford team had the draw to the button right on the button, and Chris Piper was a little heavy with his. So Chris is asking Tim to put one at the top of the house or just outside the house on the center line with an in-turn draw. Yes, he has, hasn't he? He's been around in stick curling for a long time, hasn't he, John? Look. Uh-oh. We've got one of the competitors on an adjacent sheet has fallen here. Looks like Gary Shalansky went down, but the guys are helping him up. No, no, he's looks like he went down on his hip. The guys are helping him to the backboards here. Looks like he's okay, but
He's limping on that.
yeah,
Right hip.
on his hip there, he's going to be sore, that's for sure. Hopefully he's going to be okay, John. Don't know whether he's going to be able to continue or not.
Limping
Limping there, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't see. I just seen him down. So we have a little bit of a delay here right now while everybody kind of resets themselves. It's always concerning when somebody falls. So we're back on our rink here again on our sheet. Tim is looking at wanting to draw around that top guard that's on the front of the house.
looking like a good rock.
Look,
Earl.
good rock, good looking rock, John.
Look at it.
Yeah.
Piece of that back one.
Yeah. And the timing is good. That's 13 and a half seconds. So looks like the ice is in perfect condition this morning. Don's wanting to draw around again, around that long guard up to those rocks that are at the back of the house. Looks like he's got a nice one.
Yeah, that's so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's what they draw too.
That is a very nice one. The unfortunate part is that he's behind the tee line, and now Tim has the opportunity to draw into him. But it looks like he wants him to take it off. So Chris wants Tim to throw an in-turn takeout. He's could be an inside, but it looks like he's going to be catch it on the inside and chip it out. Yes.
We did.
Yeah.
Good rock for Tim.
Good old Smitty cleaned the house pretty good there. He got two blue ones out of play and left his own yellow one in play at Shot Rock. So Mike DeSanti will be asking Don Davis to take the Shot Rock out. Out-turn takeout. Looks like he's coming in there nice, John.
Got it.
Yeah. Little bit of a roll. Looks like we have on sheet C, we have a little bit of a delay. Everybody's off, concerned about Gary Shalansky, how he's doing after he fell. Tim's got a good shot here. Good. Looks like he's rolled out though. So now the Armstrong guys they can draw in behind the guard there. Come a nice line.
That what it looks like to me.
Looks a little light, John. Yeah. Yes, he is just over the hog line. Now, Chris is asking Tim to bump their own yellow rock into the house.
I think that's the call.
Not gonna curl enough to the yellow one, and he's a little heavy. Yeah, just through the house. The Abbotsford guys are having a little discussion here as to whether they want to draw or take that front guard off, but they've decided to draw, in-turn draw from the outside in. Don is trying to get his rock around the guards. Might be a little heavy. Just through the house, John.
It did go right through.
How's Smitty look here, John?
Just trying to reach his home.
Well,
It's
a
heavy
little
again.
heavy again, eh? So it gives Don an opportunity to draw around those guards. Oh, this is the last rock, so they decided to throw it through and blank, I think.
Blanket.
Yeah.
There's the blank.
Yep. So after one end, there's no score between the Smith rink from Armstrong and the DeSante rink from Abbotsford. The DeSante rink will maintain last rock on the second end, so it'll be Chris Piper throwing the first rocks to get it in the, try and get it in the house. And unfortunately, it appears like the game on sheet C, John, the team from Prince George, Gary Shalansky and Jamie Mold against Daryl Sears and John Campbell has been canceled because Gary Shalansky cannot continue after he fell, which is unfortunate.
Hopefully it's going to be all right.
Hopefully, yeah. It looks like Chris Piper's got a great one here.
Right on the button.
Sitting right on the pin, eh? Just at the back of the button. Now, we've got Ernie Page sitting just beside us here. He was behind the glass on sheet C. Ernie, do I understand that they've called the game? Is Gary okay? Gary Shalansky, who fell, is he okay?
He's okay. He'll play the next one.
Okay.
They get a second chance against the winners
Of this, yes. Okay, so that game has been called, and then so therefore Daryl Sears and John Campbell are declared the winners on that game, right? Okay. That's unfortunate.
I volunteered you.
Thanks, Ernie.
You can stand in there.
We have lots of comments from behind the glass here, Ernie, about who could play in our ability, our non-ability. So No. Looks like Mike might be a little heavy here, eh, John?
I think he threw that wide too.
Yeah. The weight was pretty nice, just
Yeah.
a little outside. Yeah. Just that much heavy. So Tim is asking Chris to come into the house with an out-turn draw. He'd like him to be in the 8 foot, maybe on the tee line. Yeah. Looks pretty nice, John.
He's trying to draw him behind here. He's
Trying to draw in behind that yellow guard, yeah.
The weight is there.
Yes, it is. Yep.
Very nice rock.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Yeah.
It's up here, yeah. This part here. He's been looking for years. Yes.
So Daryl Sears, who is on sheet C, is up behind the glass here. Daryl, how's Gary doing?
It's a weight by weight situation. He might be okay for the semifinal. So we're just gonna wait and see.
Okay, so Daryl says that just have to wait and see if Gary's going to be okay to play in the semifinals or not. So hopefully he will be, but we'll have to wait and see. Little bump on this. Just
That second shot.
just wound
right
up a second shot. So Tim is asking Chris Piper to take that second shot off of there. Chris has got lots of weight on it here, but he looks pretty good, John.
He does so.
Gonna-
He may not hang around though.
Looks like he's going to roll out, but the objective was to get the blue rock out of there. So
It's got to be a draw to the full length here.
yeah, last draw coming up. So be a force on here. Yeah, he's coming in here. Looks like he needs a little bit of help with the sweeping, though, John.
It's looking light.
Looks like he's a little light, yeah. So it's a steal of 2 for the Smith and Piper rink from Armstrong over the DeSante Davis rink from Abbotsford. So I guess as long as the Gary Shalansky can play, we hear that they will play the losers of this game in the next draw. So we're on to the third end. Chris has asked Tim to put a rock in front of the house. Yeah,
A lot of curl on that rock.
a lot of curl. So there's some opportunity for Don to get in behind that long guard now, John. He's got lots of line, lots of room. Looks like he might be a little heavy, eh?
I think it's going to be good. It's got to curl a little bit more. But... Wow.
Chris is pounding away down at the back there.
It's a biter.
It just hung into the back, didn't it?
So Tim has still got an opportunity to get behind the guard and be shot rock. It's going to come into the shot at the back of the house, it looks like, eh?
He's going to sit right on it.
No, can't. He bumped it hard enough to take it out of the rings, and because we haven't had 3 rocks played, Tim's rock has to come off, and the Desante rock is put back into play again.
That's right.
So Don is wanting to draw another one into the house there in front of the rock that's at the back of the house.
His weight is good.
Looks good, yes.
14.5.
Yep.
Pretty nice draw.
Wayne Mertens just showed me his stopwatch. That draw was 14.5 seconds, which means that the ice is really good. Tim was inside on his takeout, and he hit the guard and just replaced it with his own shot. So the Desante team from Abbotsford is putting a little pressure on the Armstrong guys, John.
They are. They're line 2 right now.
So Don is playing an in-turn draw. Looks like it's nice weight, John. Gonna chip a little bit, spread those 2 in the front off a bit. Yeah. So now Desante and Davis are laying 3.
They're calling for a double here.
Tim's
Gets there.
been asked to play a double, yeah. He's going to get at least 1. Don't think he's going to get a double. It's going to hit it on the nose. He's laying second shot, though. So Mike is asking Don to take out the Armstrong yellow rock. And it looks like he's inside. He's going to over curl and miss the shot rock right through the.
Oh, he missed a back one.
Right through the house and missed everything. Yeah, a little bit inside. So now Chris is asking Tim to draw in. He's got a couple options. He can draw in through the hole there, or he can bump his own yellow one in. Looks like Tim is a little light, yeah. Oh, maybe not, John, no.
Maybe not.
Didn't curl quite enough, and he chipped off his own.
Blue is still shot rock.
Blue is shot rock, yeah. So Mike is asking Don to draw in behind the guards that are at the front of the house. Yeah, if Mike can keep it straight, he'll get behind those guards. Yes, he
Well,
Got a good one there, John, eh?
that is a nice shot.
Nice shot. This is Tim Smith's last rock, so Chris is asking Tim to follow Don's shot down. If he can sit on top of it, he'd be shot rock in a good position. Smitty looks like he might be a little inside. Oh no, he's got a good one. Good one.
Oh,
He actually hit it hard enough to knock it out.
he did. But he
John.
left himself in the open.
Left himself, yeah. Now Don can come down and just push it back, pick up 2. Yes, it looks like he could be a little hot, John. So you're going to get might get a corner piece of it. No,
Oh,
missed it altogether. A little bit warm. So the Piper Smith rink from Armstrong stealed one on the 3rd end. So after 3 ends, it's Piper and Smith from Armstrong 3, DeSante and Davis from Abbotsford 0. So now they've got a little bit of a handle on the way it's going here, John.
they say in hockey, 3-0 lead is the worst to have.
Yeah, well, Smith and Piper will keep playing into the house and try to keep the pressure on the Abbotsford guys. So Chris's rock is coming down. Smitty's out to the hog line in case he needs to sweep it a bit. And his rock comes to rest at the back of the 8 foot, just off the center line. Little deeper than you wanted, John.
A
Right?
little bit. Yeah, about 4 feet deep.
It gives Mike the opportunity to draw there and be in front of it and create some problems for the Armstrong guys. So here comes Mike's rock down now. He's got good looking line, John,
He
eh?
does. He's going to come right to this back rock
I
here.
think he's going to come right to the shot rock, yeah. There's a nice shot.
Very good.
The unfortunate part, again, they're behind the tee line, so it gives Smith and Piper the opportunity to lay on it if they want. And I think Chris is going to play a takeout here, isn't he? No, he's playing the draw.
Yeah, they can't take it out yet. So
Oh,
the third
that's
rock.
right. This is just the 3rd rock here. That's right, John. Yeah. Looks like he's a little heavy. Yeah, just through the house. So Don's trying to decide, he's got 3 options. He could draw to the pair of rocks that are behind the tee line or draw to the open side, or he could draw just in front of those ones that are there. Looks like they've chosen to draw to the far side of the house, out turn draw. You got enough weight, John?
I think he's late. He's not going to make it.
No. So now the Armstrong guys have got the opportunity. They can take out now because 3 rocks have been played.
And that's the call. Tim's calling for the takeout.
And I'm sure that Chris will have good speed on this rock. Yeah, here he comes. I think he's got
a
it.
nose hit.
Got a nose hit. So he took a takeout, double takeout on both the rocks that were behind the tee line. So now there's only 1 rock in the house, and that belongs to the Piper Smith rink from Armstrong. So Don is asking Mike to draw in behind the long blue guard that's out front. Looks like he's got a nice rock here. Going to be a little bit deep. Yes, a little heavy, just to the back of the 8-foot. Its second shot. So
Calling for a guard here.
Tim's asking Chris to guard up the shot rock.
There's lots of weight there.
Looks like he's might be a little heavy. Going to be into the house for sure. Yeah, just yeah, heavy enough that he bumped his own rock right through the house.
He did. He's still sitting shot rock.
So Don's asking Mike to take the yellow Armstrong rock out and just roll over a bit in front of his own second shot. Looks pretty nice. Just nice controllable weight, John, eh? So the Armstrong guys are laying 2. This is Tim is asking Chris to come down and take the shot rock off. He's got a couple options. He could maybe double
They
it.
could get a double.
Could
Yeah.
double it, or he could hit and roll behind the guard.
He's got the weight there.
And he's gonna roll pretty well on the nose. Pretty well on the nose. So now Don wants Mike to take the yellow Armstrong rock off. A little inside. Don't know whether he's gonna take it and stay or not.
He's going to get a piece of it.
Oh, I think he's got
a piece of
he's
it.
got a good one. Yep.
And a roll.
Rolled a little too far. Gives Smith and Piper the opportunity to take it off. The Abbotsford guys are sitting good to maybe score 2 this end, John. By the guard.
Yep. He might get a roll. We rolled too much.
Rolled out. So draw to the house for Mike to pick up 2. Looks like he might be a little warm,
I think
eh?
he's heavy. I think he's heavy.
Depends if the power sweeping of Tim Smith can get it through, then they're okay. Eh?
He didn't even have to sweep that one.
So there's a missed opportunity, John.
Sorry, Don. Yeah, pretty easy. Yes. Sit back here and tell these guys what to say.
We're getting some comments from the peanut gallery here, John.
We could roast the peanuts.
Yeah, that's right. So the Armstrong team will have last rock here. Don is getting ready to throw his first rock for the Abbotsford group. Looks like he could have good weight. Yeah, 14, just over 14 seconds, so he should be at least top of the house. Yep. So Chris has asked Tim to play an out-turn draw to the edge of the rings. Yeah, looks pretty nice. Just a
Corner guard.
good corner guard, just a little short. Looks like the Abbotsford guys are calling a timeout. One of the rules in stick curling is that you are allowed 2 timeouts per game. The team calling a timeout can actually meet in the house, while the team not calling a timeout has to stay outside the hog line. Don Davis and Mike DeShante are having a discussion here at the center line to determine
I don't know what they're discussing.
they can't play a takeout
No,
because there hasn't been 3 rocks played yet, so they're probably just looking at whether they want to draw to the edges or try and draw behind one of the guards. They don't have last rock.
Or they could bump theirs a little and split.
They could bump theirs and split. Yeah, they don't have last rock, so they're not sure just what they called, but so it looks like Don is just playing draw, but it looks like he might be light. He's
He's going to sit right on his
going
own.
to sit on his own, yeah. Chris has got the opportunity now to have Tim take at least one of those blue rocks off. Looks like he's got, might get 2, might just get a little chip and get the second one. Oh, he got the,
Boy, they're just squeezed by.
just made it by the front one.
Oh.
So they
Called for the takeout here.
Colin, Mike is asking Don to take the yellow Armstrong rock off. That's just nicely into the 12-foot, but partially hidden behind that blue rock.
his own.
on his own. Might get a little bump. Well, he might bump it too far. Yeah, he's gonna bump it right through the house. So now Chris has got his hands on his hip down there. He doesn't know just what he wants Tim to throw. What can he do? Looking at it, he can either play an out-turn draw behind the front guard, the guard on the wings, or he can play an in-turn draw behind the two that are in the front of the house and be right in on the 4-foot.
All right, Burl, what would you call?
I'd probably play what he's calling a play behind the corner guard because they've got last rock. Smith and Piper have last rock, so they don't want to get the front cluttered too much. He's got a good shot. He's got a good shot. Yeah. Very nice.
Oh, he just
Very
got
nice.
by.
Very nice.
Nice rock.
Beautiful rock. Little heavy, little deep. Yeah. Gives Don the opportunity to draw to it and B-shot rock. So Don is trying to draw to follow Tim down. Missed the guard, but is he going to be a little heavy, is he?
Touch heavy.
Just through the house, John. We have some cheering section over here for the Armstrong guys.
All the way, yes. I found my way easily there today. Uh-oh, far knew where it was going.
So now Tim and Chris is trying to decide, are they going to follow that one down again and put another one behind that corner guard?
They have the hammer.
Yes, they do. Yep. Tim and Chris have the hammer. So a little bit of undecided here what they're going to do, but it looks like Tim's going to throw an out-turn draw, maybe around those two that are sitting in front of the house.
Two knees, 2 hips, and a shoulder.
Yeah, he's got lots of room, John, eh?
Yes, curling now.
Curling now. Just great weight. He's just behind the tee line, but it's still exposed so that Don can get in there and maybe get a roll behind those front guards.
So, Patty and I were rocking last night. We had 2 calls. Okay. Cold silence. Swear. Yeah. So, your idea of moving along. Patty's
So Don is looking at drawing down to that shot rock. Line looks good, John, eh?
Guess so. Guess
They're going to
so.
curl enough.
He's right on it.
That's where I was very valuable. The other one was about that line.
Bump,
But
bump.
it's in the open.
Yeah. Yeah. There's
From what we could find.
2 yellow ones hanging around at the back of the house there, John. And like you say, that shot blue rock is in the open now. And this is Tim's second last rock. So the Armstrong guys are going to call a timeout here and decide what they're going to do. pretty pivotal fifth end.
Very.
And the Abbotsford guys, Mike and Don, are having a discussion at the center ice themselves so that they can plan their strategy depending upon what Tim and Chris do.
They have to go for the takeout, don't they?
Oh, I think so. Yep.
Yeah, they are.
They want to eliminate rocks. Smitty looks like he's got a good one. Might even get a little. He's going to get a big
that
roll.
curled a lot.
Yeah, he's going to get a big roll. Well, rolled all the way across the house, but stayed in,
Yeah.
John. So
Right now, Armstrong's line 4.
laying 4, yeah. Putting some pressure on the team from Abbotsford. And this is Don's last rock. This is the Abbotsford team's last rock. Yeah, so what Don is hoping to do is to draw down to that shot rock at the back of the 8-foot, thereby eliminating all of the Armstrong counters, and hopefully force the Armstrong guys just to have to take one.
A little bit of pressure there when you're looking at 4.
That's right. Weight looks pretty good. He's going to get by the front okay. Yeah. Needs to curl just a hair. There. Oh. Oh, he moved.
It's in the open.
He moved it enough that it's in the open. Smitty can get at that one and knock it out. Yep. So here's a pretty big shot for Tim to put the game away, eh?
It's looking good.
Looking good, isn't
Looking
he?
good.
He's gonna, gonna jam it. Yeah. Tim and Chris scored 1. The Armstrong guys scored 1 for sure. That's the way it looks from here anyway, John, doesn't it? But then again, our old eyes aren't too
That's
accurate.
right. Yeah. They may measure. Looks like it.
Looks like it, yeah. They've come to a decision. Yeah, that
could have been 5.
could have been 5. The Abbotsford guys escaped one there, that's for sure. So after 5 ends, it's Chris Piper and Tim Smith from Armstrong 4, Mike DeSanti and Don Davis from Abbotsford 1. So we're coming home on the last end, John.
Abbotsford's 3 up.
Armstrong's 3 up.
Sorry, Armstrong.
3 up, yeah. And the guys from Armstrong will want to keep things clean, and the team from Abbotsford is want to have as many rocks around as they can get. Chris has got a pretty easy shot to make here.
I could make that one. Throwing it right through.
Throwing it through the house, yep. Yeah, he doesn't want any rocks around, doesn't want rocks in front, and even rocks in the house benefit the opposition because you can draw down to them, you can bump them back and keep them in play.
So the pebble was gone.
So Mike is trying to
Gonna
draw.
be in the rings.
Going to be in the rings, John. Yeah. Yeah. So Tim can't take it out because they've only played 2 rocks, but he's having Chris throw his second rock through the house again.
So after that rock, they can hit now.
They can, Tim and Chris can take rocks off now. They can hit rocks off. Yeah. And Davis and DeSante will be trying to keep everything they can in play. So they've got rocks to work around and draw to.
That makes the rings too.
Yeah.
I know what you're on. I'm trying.
So now Tim is going to have Chris take the top rock off. Might get 2.
He could.
Nothing interesting actually.
Pretty
Looking
close.
darn good.
Pretty close. Well, jammed it. So we've got 2 rocks in the house. One at the top of the 8-foot belonging to the Armstrong guys, and shot rock in the 4-foot belonging to Davis and DeSante.
Yeah, they need to.
Well, I was going to sell it.
He doesn't want a takeout. He just wants to keep rocks in the house, get as many in there as he can.
Yeah. Oh, I see. So get your money out. Wait, what? Yeah. Nothing. Big changes.
Coming down, looks like he could be a little warm.
Yeah, because
I think he's heavy.
Looks like he's a little warm.
they will have to be.
Yeah, he's going to be through the house.
And these guys are already on their last leg, so anyway.
Not what he wanted.
No, not at all.
Short of the house would have been better than where he wound up, John.
Yeah, the rock doesn't count when it's through the house.
No, you can't use it when it's through the house. So Tim is asking
Also that.
Chris to come down and chip the blue rock out.
He's on his own.
I think he's on his own, yeah. Yeah. So Don is asking Mike to put one just short of the house, needs it in play, guard his own rock, and have another rock in play. He's not through the house this time, John. It's better wait.
No, it looks like he's gonna have a good
Yep.
card and be in the house.
He's in the house. Might set up a double if they're too close together, though.
Oh,
Yeah, little warm. Set up a double for Chris.
this could be the game.
Could be. Yeah.
Oh,
It didn't go out, so the Abbotsford guys are still alive. Yeah, I think curling away, splitting the house is the best way to go, John.
It's their only chance.
Yeah. Looks like Mike has got a good shot. Yeah, it's on the tee line in the 8 foot, just outside the 4. So Chris has he can end the game right here by taking this one off.
As long as that doesn't pick, the game's over.
The game's over. Yeah, he's got it. Yep. So that the Abbotsford guys could score 2, but they can't win. They can't tie now.
Yeah, it was a good game by both teams.
Good game. Good game. Yeah.
So John and Daryl against Tim. Oh dear.
So there's his last rock. Mike threw his last rock, and he's just bumping his own out. So the Abbotsford team of Mike DeSante and Don Davis score in one on the 6th end. So the final score is 4-2 for Tim Smith and Chris Piper from Armstrong over Mike DeSante and Don Davis from Abbotsford.
The hell was that?
Didn't finish any too soon.
Scared the hell out of me.
Don't just leave it down. You don't come into it.
Curling was a violent spell down.
Are we off?
Good job.
I suppose it keeps falling off. Thanks, Ken.
At least he didn't do like he did yesterday.
And they were out there.